The storm-wielding Orisha and guardian of transformation. In the vast pantheon of Yoruba spirituality, one figure rises like the wind before a storm, powerful, unpredictable, and deeply transformative. She is Oya, the Orisha of storms, winds, cemeteries, and change. But she is more than a force of nature. She is a guardian of the threshold between life and death, a warrior queen, and a goddess who teaches that destruction often clears the way for rebirth. In this episode of Forgotten Ones with Ajayi Solomon, we step into the eye of the storm to explore the legend and legacy of Oya, a deity worshipped across West Africa and throughout the African diaspora, in the Caribbean and in the Americas. Oya is not merely symbolic of weather. She commands the winds, dances through lightning, and shatters the stagnant with her gales. She is the cyclone that topples the old to make room for the new. Her presence is felt during thunderous nights, grave transitions, and moments when the soul is ready to evolve. She is revered as the guardian of the cemetery gates, the one who escorts spirits to the afterlife. In a deeply spiritual sense, Oya controls the passage between the physical world and the spirit realm, standing as a protector of the dead and a voice of ancestral wisdom. She teaches us not to fear death or endings, but to understand them as natural stages of transformation. In mythology, Oya is known to have once lived as a mortal woman. She drank a sacred potion that granted her divine powers and transformed her into an Orisha. She is often portrayed wielding two machetes, cutting through lies, obstacles, and illusions. Her divine colors, deep red, maroon, and purple, speak to her passion, depth, and intensity. But Oya is not all fury and fire. She is also fiercely loyal, a devoted wife to Shango, the god of thunder. Together, they are a cosmic power couple. He strikes with thunder, and she clears the path with wind and lightning. Their union represents balance, masculine strength, and feminine ferocity, working together in harmony. Oya is a protector of women, particularly those in leadership. She is the patron of female warriors, revolutionaries, and anyone who dares to speak truth in the face of silence. Her energy empowers those experiencing upheaval, whether personal, societal, or spiritual, reminding us all that all storms eventually pass, but they often leave a new world in their wake. As we recount our myths and cultural impacts, we recognize Oya not only as a deity, but as a spiritual force, alive in the movement of wind, in the cries for justice, and in the courage it takes to embrace change. Our legacy follows through centuries of tradition, still worshipped and revered in temples from Nigeria, the Yoruba, to Brazil, to Cuba, Haiti, and beyond. So next time you hear the wind howling or the trees bending under invisible hands, listen closely. It may be OYA dancing through the storm, clearing a path for something greater to rise.
Oya dolu o, ara ode epo. Oya dolu o, ara ode epo. Akíkanjú ni obìnrin Ṣàngó. Oya dolu o, ara ode epo. Oya ń jó bí iná, Oya ń jó bí iná, jó wèrè. Oya ń jó bí iná, jó wèrè. Oya ń jó bí iná. Òpèrè ni wọ́n ń jẹ́, òpèrè ni wọ́n ń jẹ́, gbogbo lé ọlọ́ya. Òpèrè ni wọ́n ń jẹ́, gbogbo lé ọlọ́ya. Òpèrè ni wọ́n ń jẹ́, ẹ mọ́ fàgbò lọ̀ mí. Ọlọ́ya nìyá mi, ẹ mọ́ fàgbò lọ̀ mí o. Ọlọ́ya nìyá mi. Ìyá làbọ̀ yà rìn, bàbá làbọ̀ yà dé.